That's going to happen real soon. And if I make no mistake, it should happen somewhere around Thursday at 11 o'clock. And I plan to be there Thursday at 11 o'clock.
Thursday's a big day for us. We're looking forward to meeting with the Racing Commission, answering any questions they have. Hopefully we'll receive our license at that point, and then I've asked Chris to start up a bulldozer and start tearing stuff up as soon as they get that license. Next week, we're going to really start ramping up. So everybody needs to get ready. We're going to go from talking to you're going to see elbows and rear ends, and that's all you're going to see. And we're going to try to start getting people to work, start getting payroll going, start getting things going. And so I'm trying to live up to the promises I made, and we're giving it all the effort we have. We have a great team. There's a lot of guys here. We have our food and beverage director. We have our construction director. We have our environmental director. We have a lot of people from the Quapaw Nation that are embedded in this community right now, helping us do this job. And we're looking forward to this community to be part. We want to be part of the community. You know, I talked to a gentleman that asked me, would we commit to help upgrade Lake Saracen? I said, we can talk about it. You know, let us get going. Let us get things started. Let's generate jobs. Let's start focusing on what we're going to do. And then let's look at the community and all. Let's work together, make it a better place to live, try to keep our kids here, keep them from leaving town to go work elsewhere. And we really want people from out of town to come and stay and play and spend their money, then go home. Then we want them to come back. We've been collecting names, addresses, phone numbers of small guys that want to work, right? We've got a problem. We've called back a large percentage, maybe 25% of the people that give us their names and their phone numbers, and we're not getting through to them. We're not getting an answering machine, no one's answering the phone. So if you're not connecting with us and you've given us your information, there's some problem there because we're making the calls, we're just not getting the callbacks, or people aren't answering their phone. They may not recognize the phone number, they may think it's a robocall or something. But if you could, if you haven't heard from us yet and you've given us your information, we need to connect the dots because we're out trying to get people together like we promised. We see that as part of our promise that I made to Gerald and to Shirley. We've told them that we're not going to just come into town, bring a bunch of out-of-town contractors, and they're going to leave with the money. Our goal is to make sure that the local people have opportunity and get to help build this facility because this is a part of their community, and that's been part of our promise. So, you know, as we keep moving forward, we're going to keep having these meetings. If you run into problems, if Fred can't solve them, if I can't solve them, we'll sit down and we'll figure it out. We'll sit down with the contractors and see what the problem is. We don't want anybody to fail. We want everyone to succeed, but it's going to take a lot of good communication. We're also putting a substation for the fire department and law enforcement on site. If y'all know where the South Side truck stop is, we're going to close on that next Wednesday. We're going to close it down for a little while. We're going to remodel it and rebuild it, and it's going to be a beautiful place that will start the process. At the same time, we're going to start construction. Suffolk and Navholz are going to build the monolithic foundation for the entire structure. So the building will be 200 feet tall. You'll be able to see that for miles. It's going to be blue stainless steel that will reflect the light in different shades of blue depending on the lighting and the time of day. It's going to have 1,100 jobs. It's going to have 2,300 slot machines, 50 gaming tables. It's going to have a food court, a sports bar with sports book. It's going to have a buffet. The food court will have, what, 5 stations? 4 or 5 stations in it, 4 stations in it. So you'll be able to get different kinds of foods in the food court. You'll be able to go to the sports bar and there'll be a menu, or you can go to our buffet and you'll be able to have a whole lineup of all kinds of great food. And then we'll have a fancy steakhouse. We're going to brand the steakhouse that we have back home called Red Oak. So we'll have a Red Oak Steakhouse. We've already had our chefs down here tasting local cuisine. We want to, like I told you before, I want hot water cornbread. I want to have some greens on the menu. We want to have food that might be fancied up a little bit, but reflects the community, the history, and the sort of just the beauty of the Delta. So just if you don't mind, just think about it. It's Thursday, about 11 o'clock, the Racing Commission convenes. They're gonna meet, they have on the agenda, I saw today, they've got the 5 applicants for Polk County. They're gonna go before us, and then it's gonna be us, and we're the only people that have filed an application for Jefferson County, and we feel pretty confident with the local community support we've gotten and the statewide support that we've received, that we feel pretty confident that we've met all the criteria for a license.